Madden video, and today we're facing off against the New England Patriots, who are 3-6. We are currently 8-1, and they start off with a screen pass. We are there. I guess they thought we were about to bring some pressure on the first play.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together.
Second and 8.
Executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Tom Brady's got a little time. Finds Julian Edelman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent
First and 10 on the 41. They're back in the shotgun. See if the Bengals pressure can get there.
They go play action here on first down.
We were coming with some pressure, but the block got picked up. Tom Brady is 3 for 3 on the opening drive.
First down as well.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
Shotgun again, a halfback draw. They find a little they find a nice little daylight. Break off for 13.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is
so New England starting off how Arizona did. Arizona, their first drive was, I think, pretty good if I remember. And then, like, the rest of the game, it just stalled once we figured out what they wanted to do. We brung the pressure, but we had outside blitz instead of inside. So they definitely picked us apart.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league.
They're doing a good job of keeping us off balance as of right now, but let's see if they can sustain that for the whole game.
I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day.
So we bring the blitz. And Tom Brady is sacked. Who was that, Vigil?
Nick Vigil. Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Second and 21. A sack here would be huge. Probably going to run it here.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yes, and we are there.
Lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They lost 2 there.
So they lost more yardage.
I like the strategy.
I believe they'll try to get in field goal range.
They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
they need at least 15 yards.
Negative yardage.
Drop back, screen. Wow, good blocking, but we get there.
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion.
So their beautiful drive stalls and forced into a field goal.
In this case, it didn't happen.
Oh, I thought he missed it. And the Bengals come out on their first possession.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45.
And he picks up 19 on the carry.
A good one. Give him 19. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed.
And Dalton's making adjustments at the line. 8 seconds ticking. Looks like Uzmar Eifert should be open on this play. They're bringing the pressure. Oh, wow.
He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do.
Wow, that was an amazing interception.
To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman.
And Brady's 5 for 5.
first down yardage on the
Tom Brady's 5 for 5 after an amazing turnover by New England's defense. Edelman was wide open. They go back into the shotgun.
Remember, he was a college quarterback and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way.
Tom Brady 6 for 6. Dinking,
oh boy, it's been good.
dinking and dunking.
Second and 3.
We know they're going to pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the
Because they're not going to be able to outrun us.
Tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And on third down, a nickel.
It's 3rd and 2, but New England could pass here. We're going to bring the blitz. Either speed up the clock for Tom Brady or get there for a 1-yard loss. The pressure was there. He was going across the middle.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked
Probably
up
should have been
tight. He was
picked,
trying to force it in there on third
but he
down.
got batted down.
Time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom of the corner.
Second possession of the game, as the defense was able to hold him to another field goal. New England's up 6-0.
The quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad.
Mixing with the fancy juke.
Again, guys, we can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
We might keep this on the ground.
Side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going.
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose.
Not another turnover.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball
New England picked up on the read. He should have just gave it off to the fullback. But that did not happen. So 3 turnovers already, or 2 turnovers already. For the Cincinnati Bengals. New England's back on offense. In position to go up either by 3 or by 7.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed.
We have to disrupt Tom Brady's timing.
He often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now T.J. Yeldon.
Oh,
Sheds himself free.
and he is gone.
Touchdown, New England. Possession of the football, 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
Cincinnati back on the field again.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But
No success on the run that time.
he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11.
They have to generate some type of offense here.
There, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well.
And that pass was offline from Dalton.
Point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, that was hit. And
Dalton fumbles again.
The offense will cover this one up with a pushback.
Tom Brady still remains really good as he's 8 for 9. They go back into a shotgun formation. Bengals are sending the blitz here. Do they have enough? Ooh, quick out. Tom Brady got scared of that pressure. He had 2 guys open though. This is a huge third down right here.
third down. A shot here for Dalton.
Oh, he was reading that the whole way.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, he read that the whole way.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, found a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And able to push his way.
They have to hold him to 3 or get a turnover.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Brady.
Gronk is popped and still holds on.
The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short
First and goal.
And flip the down marker back to 1.
Can New England punch it in?
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
Try to go with the fullback dive, and Vigil was there.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Sometimes play calls
Second and goal at the 1.
Can
the Cincinnati Bengals defense hold on?
So do you decide to
I'm ready for the pass, and Hogan wide open. Bengals are down 20. They are getting dismantled. They need this drive.
Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense?
So they're going to pick up the pace here.
Serve as your running play.
No huddle.
As well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired. Or they
Dalton completes his first pass after going 0 for 5.
He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route,
Look at that.
Throw left side complete to Ross. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left.
Stuck in the box.
Still on the run, able to accurately throw the football.
Play action could get them here.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good play action pass.
So we have now
Good
seen
call.
connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my #1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
To throw here.
A.J. Green for the touchdown.
A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown.
Going down by 2 scores now. Plenty of time.
Brady now on first down.
Oh, Gronk gets destroyed and still holds on to it. But hits him towards the first down marker, which you don't want.
Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other.
Play action. He has plenty of time, and Gronk is wide open as he finds a big gap in the zone.
You find big 87.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know,
New England is moving the ball very well. How is this team 3-6?
In 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him.
They run the ball. A good mixture of running pass.
Guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
Right now they're controlling time of possession and the pace of this game.
You talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a give to Yeldon.
Oh, they fumbled. That's huge.
Bengals have recovered it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would
that
never
is
be a
huge.
from what we hear from coaches all the time.
Oh, Cincinnati needed that.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
Ah, they were there. They were sending the blitz. That was definitely a blitz.
It's a loss of 5 there.
Yeah, that was definitely a blitz.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their
This is actually a more
tight, some draws, some quick hitting plays,
tighter contested game is what it's looking right now.
Totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get
Eifert with his second reception.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Passing. It's Dalton.
Dalton can take off.
He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good run from Dalton to pick up the first. Keep this drive alive.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Joe Mixon.
Oh, and we get the face mask.
A late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Sub out Mixon, put in Giovanni. Give Mixon a little rest.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And a short gain down to about the 33.
I think it's 3 on the play, though.
On first down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
Oh, Gio could. Ooh, he gets the first.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Exactly what they needed right
So
there.
able to give Mixon some rest.
Game to take some pressure off. Because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up.
A touchdown here would be huge.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to throw up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now to the air, Dalton. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
It's 3rd and 10. A first down would be huge here. So they're able to get on the board.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton gonna throw deep for the. That's gonna be.
Is that a touchdown? Yes, it is. The 8. Oh, to John Ross.
As his guys are
in this game. A 1-possession game right now.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to
Looks
catch
like they're showing blitz.
settle down, and relax a little bit.
New England runs, and they get stopped.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So
well, let's go to the 2-minute warning.
A wild first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman.
3rd and 2. They have a running single back. Watch the run, Art Gronk.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Oh, they went for the screen, and that got blown up.
Your 2nd down and long. Here's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle.
And A.J. Green holds on.
The 26. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
Big 3rd and 1 right here.
Your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is
Hewitt gets the 1st down. All right, a lot of time is taken away.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh.
Still have 3 timeouts. Probably going to call one here.
It's natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield, but usually he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on.
Oh, that was almost picked.
Often, and the fullback is the blocker.
All right, time clock stops.
That's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise.
Oh, they are coming with the heat.
No one got it.
Dalton leaving Bernard in to block. He knows he's going to have a little split second. Oh.
It's a Patriot sack. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the
3rd and 17.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
We're going with the 4 verts.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls in.
Punt block.
Oh, without a doubt.
And back-to-back weeks.
They sprint into the locker room feeling really, really good about themselves.
He had all day to pass.
16 seconds now on the clock. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
Drop back pass. Those are right in the back of his lineman.
Down now to 13 seconds. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Pick 6 would be huge here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Wow.
Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Dalton now to pass. To the left side here for Eifert.
Nice.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be stopped right at
Good
midfield.
play adjustment.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From midfield here, Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got
Ooh, John Ross with the spin move. John Ross with the juke.
Deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And Dalton to throw. That's going to be
Let's go.
for a Bengal touchdown.
Runs now they're forced to pass. The Bengals know they have to pass, but can they contain the passing game? Can the pressure get there? Can they stop Gronk?
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he'll find his man.
Wow.
It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 30.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is getting ate up on that play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought
Almost there for the sack. Good disruption on the pass.
Now he understands a little bit better.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back.
Bengals sending the heat. Tom Brady making an adjustment. He hikes it. He goes with the run.
He'll take this one up close to about the 40.
So maybe he was going with the pass play originally.
Second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Another third down situation.
Sequence there. You foresee incompletion in a very short.
Bengals are back in the same formation. Same play. Let's see what New England does with this.
Those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down.
They have everything locked up. The only thing they gave away is the short. And Gronk gets stopped. And that's something the Bengals needed.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Nowhere to escape.
Wow. They sent the heat.
Field at the 47. Throwing on 1st down is Brady.
Oh, thought that was a pick.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Wow.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do.
How does he hold on to that? Jeez.
It doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be
He must have sticky glue.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The defense has to come up huge here.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And it pops
Good
free.
hit.
Collision there, jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line,
seems like New England's trying to play conservative. No, they go 5 wide.
Pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain.
Wow, he was wide open. How does that happen?
Punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. And there we saw one of the downsides.
Gotta have a touchdown here.
Because sometimes you get out of your
Have
gaps.
to.
You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one across.
Beautiful. Gotta give the defense some rest here.
There on a Bengal first.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Eifert over the middle. And able to rip off a big
nice catch to Eifert
before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton.
We're gonna go for a bomb. We're going for the bomb. We're going for the home run.
In the NFL, what progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And he's down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice
England challenge is just
25 yards.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
kind of figure it was.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. I think a Bengal player was
so glad our offensive lineman got there.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, that is big because, man, a really good possession here. And
if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
To the left side here for Eifert. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Dalton, open man is Uzana.
And they completed.
Yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
It didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. It's second down. Dalton looking.
Let's go.
He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Big.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw
This
in
is
the
it
first
right here.
half. But Let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They were winning at halftime.
Dude, and Gronk almost still caught that.
They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Gronk still almost caught that. That would have been crazy.
Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another throw on second down. And this
3rd and 10. This is huge.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw.
Kirkpatrick with another INT.
He was looking for Edelman there. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, but understanding where the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And caught right side. Green.
Thank goodness A.J. Green held on.
To the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him communicating. There he is.
Oh, boy.
Defender.
Oh.
Making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily be intercepted, and if it does get picked up, that's a possible.
Oh, defensive stop would be huge here.
For 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds Roberts, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Man.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up
nice, huge loss. Huge loss.
Play back at the 45-yard line. Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Brady.
Let's go!
Time down he goes. Long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
Ooh, that was a beautiful run.
That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Nice.
Catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down.
He redeemed himself.
A nice game.
Needed that.
21 yards.
Needed that.
He's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what? We're going to try a screen play here. We have not tried a screen all game. They've been bringing some pressure. This might fool them.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time.
Oh, they were on that. Come on, guys.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
All right.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And brought down.
Nice.
Before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running.
Oh, come on, Boyd. Come on.
Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Man, they were all over that.
Jeez. There, and it also brings up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. Green with a catch.
Nice.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So
oh yeah, we're hurrying up offense for sure.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Touchdown, Gio!
For a Bengal touchdown. Giovanni
All right. Back on the defensive end, 2:57. Plenty of time for Tom Brady to do something. Oh my goodness, and Gronk is wide. That's not how we want to defend that, guys. That is not how we want to defend there.
The advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Brady now to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's
the pressure got there. 220.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down.
Can the defense, can the Bengals pull off?
To throw again. Brady. He goes full extension.
Edelman with amazing body adjustment, diving catch. Jeez, oh, Peasel.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
This is definitely probably game of the year right here, boys and girls.
Football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Brady drops back and pass. He has all day in the pocket. He's stepping up a little bit.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Roberts. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Gets the first.
More on that one and another first down.
Staying in man-to-man.
They wanted their out route catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He's back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2, so they still can't get a first down.
Showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've
They
seen
still can't get a first down.
Busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. This is Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So a big spot forthcoming for the kicker, Blair Walsh. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Big spot, Andy Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions.
And this is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's Dalton. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one, pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10, but I remember it. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.